Unboxing. Oh. Okay, whatever. Twilight? Twilight? Twilight. I think this is Twilight. Oh my god, it's Twilight! Bitch. Ow! Oh god. Oh my god. My makeup is still there. Oh my god. I promise it doesn't look that bad. I'm about to get really into something. Welcome to the Vlogmas. It's Twilight season, bitch. I am 5 pages into this, but it is incredible. Incredible. I cannot tell you how satisfying it is to understand Bella and her human thinking brain. Throughout the whole saga of the movies, I was just confused as fuck as to where her thoughts were. Like, does she have any? In case there could be any doubt about it, the fact that her name is Bella and mine is Belle absolutely changes things. It changes the whole game. I am not seeing anyone named Bella. I am seeing me. It's me. Why the fuck are you so miserable? Like, she just wants to cry. She's just like, it was nice to be alone, not to have to smile and look pleased. I wasn't in the mood to go on a real crying jag. I would save that for bedtime when I would have to think about the coming morning. I just finished the first chapter. This is gonna be my addiction. This is gonna ruin my life. I have no doubt. She's so me, bro. She's like, I had decided to read Wuthering Heights, the novel we were currently studying in English, yet again, for the fun of it. Like, she's so me. Aren't we all like that? I know this is very stupid, but I have never felt more related to a character in my fucking life. She's like, it's snowing, and she's like, ew. Why didn't they put this in the movie? Why didn't they put the funny Bella jokes? Like, he's like, don't you like snow? And she's like, no. That means it's too cold for rain. Besides, I thought it was supposed to come down in flakes, you know, each one unique and all that. These just look like the end of Q-tips. And that's so funny. And then she says, I'll see you at lunch, okay? Once people start throwing wet stuff, I go inside. It's just, she's funny as fuck. Why was this not shown in the movies? Literally, she's so funny. And she's actually like a human being. She thinks. I understand her so much. I know Bella. She's my girl. I got her. I will defend her. She's so gorgeous, first of all. Like, everybody's asking her to the dance. Everybody's like, I would love to get a chance to sit with you, to breathe the air you breathe. Anyway, I think she's great. I think she is very, actually smart, and she's just, like, obsessed with Edward since moment one, and I think this has a lot to do with the mating thing of the vampires, and also him being as perfect as he is, and her holding up for someone that she can't have, which is obviously something that we've all done, especially at her age. So this is good. I don't even know what point I'm trying to make. I'm just saying that Bella is not a bad character. I actually am really enjoying her, because I used to not be okay with her in the movies, just not saying anything and not knowing anything that she was thinking. And now that I do, I really love it. He just randomly is like super nice, and then he's like, you're ridiculous. Like, he literally just called her absurd for no fucking reason. Excuse you. The good thing about the book, though, is that Bella is not actually standing for it. Like, she's kind of obsessed with Edward because he's hot, but she knows that he's a shitty human being. Well, not human being, but she doesn't just sit with it. She's just like, you know what? You're gonna talk to me like that? Fuck you. And she turns around and she leaves. And, you know, she's not, like, constantly putting up with this shit. He's like, I wanted to ask you something, but you sidetracked me. And she's like, do you have a multiple personality disorder? I did not watch the Twilight movies. This is a whole different fucking thing. This is way better. This is way better than I ever imagined Twilight being. I get the hype now. Twilight is so much better than the movies. Oh my god, I feel like I'm about to cry from how good this is. Anyway, I wanted to talk about how Bella faints at the sight of blood, and that is really funny. And I would laugh, but I'm already nostalgic about this because I know that this is gonna be very big for me. Do you just sometimes feel like something is so good that you're already nostalgic about it and you know you're gonna remember it as the best time of your life, or like a very good memory? This is exactly how I'm feeling reading this. I cannot believe Twilight is making me cry way before anything happens. Bro, this is gonna make me so mad. This is gonna make me cry so many times. I already see it. Excuse me. Did my man just drag her against her will to his car and not even open the door for her? Even she's terrified. I mean, this is not good behavior, Edward. I must say so. This is what she does. She does this all the time. I didn't know Jacob tells her everything she needs to know about the Cullens. He literally just said that they're vampires and everything. Like, he just literally said everything. Where's the element of surprise, honey? That was kind of disappointing, honestly. Bella is making me cringe so hard trying to flirt with Jacob just to get information out of him. And just... This is weird. I don't really get this, but she's like, I was tremendously grateful to Jacob and eager to make him happy as possible, so I winked at him. Girl, you're weird. I had not read anything for months now, so this definitely got me out of my reading slump. That's already over. This is what I've read so far, and it's all annotated. It's amazing. I'm loving it. For sure, it's great. She's so obsessed that she's flirting with Jacob literally just to get information. And that's weird. And then after flirting with him, she's like also, but he could be a good friend of mine. Like, I actually do like him. And I don't know how she got that from literally just paying attention to him when he was talking about the Cullens. But, I mean, when you see someone as perfect as Edward, I don't blame you. I think that Edward is fantastic. You kind of get to see more of his character in the books. Like, I think I understand him more in the books because he's like more aware that he's being an asshole, and he's like trying to change it, but at the same time not trying to hide it, and at the same time trying to care about Bella, but at the same time you don't really know what to expect from this guy. He's like completely unpredictable, and I think that is very sexy, and Bella thinks so too. So, sister, I understand that you're not gonna put the whole conversations between Bella and like the other people because like no one cares that much, but Bella and Edward, a lot of their conversations are not even in the movie, and they just feel awkward in the movie. I feel like the casting was not that great, honestly. Bella is not as awkward in the books. I don't feel it. I don't feel her being that weird. I actually feel like she's funny and quirky and stuff. And she's actually like a teenager. She's literally a teenager, and I love it. Oh my god, I've been wanting to read these for so long. My best friend just left. I'm so sad. I feel like I need to shower, but I also feel like I cannot stop reading Twilight. I'm having a little bit of trouble understanding how she's in love with him so early into the story. Like, you're infatuated. I think that's the word you're looking for. Anyway, I just read the part about 3 things I was absolutely positive. First, Edward was a vampire. Second, there was a part of him, and I didn't know how potent that part might be, that thirsted for my blood. And third, I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with... And I'm in love with this book. My dogs will not let me talk, but I'm in love with this book. Bro, this is my personality now. This book is me. Get ready with me for my Bella inspired outfit. Guys, I know you see my videos and you think I'm the ugliest person in the world, but I actually can pull any guy I want. Anyway, how accurate is this outfit? Bella Swan is my spirit animal. Am I actually not Bella Swan though? Like, I think Bella Swan is me and I'm her. I could play Bella Swan. I genuinely could. Like, not to brag, but I could. I think that we have finally stumbled through a scene that I think the movie did better. And that is Bella saying, "You're a vampire."
I know what you are.
Say it out loud.
Vampire.
It's not even closely as epic. Like, he's like really into knowing her theories, and then she says like, "Oh well, Jacob told me about this story about vampires and shit," and then he's like, "Oh well," he doesn't deny that she's wrong or right until she's like, "Am I right?" And then he dodges the question, and then she's like, "Obviously I'm right." So at that point she just asks him questions about like do you sleep and shit like that. The book is just them in a car right after the restaurant scene, and it's just them in a car talking, and then it doesn't feel half as impactful as it does in the movie. She deserved like a big reveal. I think the movie does that better. The book is still way better though. Hey, Bella! For some reason, I love that he can just eat. Like, he can just eat it, but it's like dirt to him. I think I like that so much more than I should, because that is genius. He's like, "So the waitress was pretty, wasn't she?" He didn't notice that the waitress was so pretty. Oh my god, I need an Edward. What the fuck am I saying? When Edward says, "Trust me this once, you are the opposite of ordinary," I'm getting that tattooed on my ass. It's just that I get it. Like, if Edward talked to me for 1 second, I would also be irrevocably in love with him. My girl, my homie is crazy. She's already crazy. Like, we're talking about goodbyes, and she says, "If I had to, I suppose I could purposely put myself in danger to keep him close." Bro. So I'm reading Twilight, but I'm also taking my first flight alone in the history of my short life. I think I'm very nervous. I mean, I don't think I should drive today. Wait, why am I not on reverse right now? Okay, oh my god, I'm so confused as to what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I just don't know how to drive. I don't care that I'm gonna take a flight by myself. I used to be so scared of flying, bro. You have no fucking clue how scared I used to be of planes, and I don't feel anything today. I am determined to be someone's plane crush. I have 30 minutes to get ready to go to a plane and look hot. It's actually a very casual plane outfit. I don't think I'll be anyone's plane crush today. Maybe I will. I'm beautiful. I don't know. So I just came back from my trip. I didn't read anything. Just trying to figure out where men find the fucking audacity. Where Edward finds the fucking audacity. A book just made me feel butterflies in my fucking stomach. How ridiculous is that? Okay, so we're talking about Bella talking in her sleep, right? And she's like, "How much did I say your name when I was sleeping?" And he's like, "A lot." Well, he says like, "Don't be self-conscious. If I could dream at all, it would be about you. And I'm not ashamed of it." I'm at school, and I just read the first "I love you." That's exactly what I want to do with my fucking self. She said I love you to him for the first time when she was sleeping. And I love that. And then he answers with, "You're my life now." I love that chapter. That was so good. There's a part where she asks him if he's gonna turn into a bat, and they're just so great. They're so great together. They're so great. I think that the Collins are all pro-lifers. They're all Republicans. They say they're like vegans, like vegetarians, but that's not what they are. They're like pro-life. They're literally like, they value human life so much that they don't kill humans. So, for us being vegetarians is not eating animals. And they eat animals instead of people because they value people, because people are rational beings. They're pro-life. They're not vegetarian. They're pro-life. They're not the equivalent of a vegetarian. They're the equivalent of a pro-lifer. Is there a baseball scene in the fucking books? I need to watch it in my head. I'm about to read the baseball scene. When I tell you I have never been more excited to read anything in my life, you know, someday, someone very lucky is gonna come into my room and be like, "What's your favorite book? What's your most annotated book?" And I'm gonna pull out this baby. And he's gonna start reading them. And I'm literally gonna die. Wait, the age difference just hit me. I've known for like 2 chapters that Edward is like 100 years old, and it just hit me. Jacob and his dad just arrived at Bella's house. And then Edward is there. And they've come to warn Charlie, right? So he's like, "Be careful though. The child has no idea." And then Bella says, "Jacob is not much younger than I am." And then he looks at Bella and says, "I know. How can you date someone 100 years older than you?" The age gap is a little concerning. Guys, yesterday I read the scene where Edward takes the venom out of her arm. What a scene. Can we just say that I thought that was much harder for him to do than it actually was? And I think that really talks about how much he's in love with her. It was amazing. Like, I truly didn't feel Edward's love this much, because obviously I'm reading about Bella's point of view, right? And Bella is super in love with Edward. Like, she's crazy for him. And it's really good to read about Edward being like that kind of intensely like, "You're my life." And then when he carries her and she's like, "I just want to go to sleep," and he's like, "Go to sleep, sweetheart. I'll carry you." My Bella, my girlie, is crying because Edward is taking her to prom. And he's like, "Don't be difficult, Bella." For real. For fucking real. I just finished reading Twilight. My life has never been better. I have like 30 exams next week. And I still want to cry from how good this was. This is what it looks like. It's like 2 a.m. and I just finished reading Twilight and I need to talk about it. That's never happened before. This book really made me feel like I lived through it. I mean, of course, if you like the movies Twilight, this is going to ruin your life in the best way possible. I mean, you have to be single, though, to enjoy this. I feel like you have to be single, young, and in a lot of stress from school or anything. Overall, the book has a very good writing style. I wouldn't say it's Wattpad-like. It's not Colleen Hoover level, but it's also not like Shakespeare level. It's kind of in the middle. It's good. It's not cringy Wattpad fanfiction.
it's not after and that kind of shit. It's better than that. It's not amazing, but it's good. But yeah, I think Bella is like really selfish right now and really young and stupid. I feel like literally she could get over this guy if she only had like 2 years to get over him. I understand first love, especially at 17. When you have someone at 17 that is this hot and amazing and like, do I even have to explain what Edward is? No. When you have someone like that loving you when you're 17, I get my girl. I get my homie. But I still think that you shouldn't just completely give up your entire human life to be with him. I feel like you could get over him. It would not take a month. It would take like 2 years. Maybe 3. Tops 4. But she could have. Now she would have a really bad time doing that. That book was immaculate. Immaculate. 10 out of 10. Everything was great. I have no complaints about it. I have to write my Goodreads review, and then I have to study for 2 weeks intensely. So I'll be seeing you soon. I have 3 hours of footage to edit. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let's go.